Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. The weather will not be a factor today. We have absolutely beautiful conditions here. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. But when you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44. This one snagged by Dallas Goddard. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, Hurts. Get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Come on, Big D. Bring it over to the offense, boys. Let's start from here.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. Maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Buying some time left. That's caught. It's K. Dotton. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Mayfield to throw again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Irving hauls it in. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On target to Godwin. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Baker throwing again. Well, he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Way fake. It's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the lake. The Buccaneers driving ahead. On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This is a 48-yard look for it. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. Hurts looking to throw. It's caught with Saquon Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Henry up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Muscles him off. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand.
Oh, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's brought down.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Shedding the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
28 yards.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing here, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Purdy off the play fake.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Here's Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. A gain of 3, second down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
23 yards the pickup there.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give the receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making the play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action, now Purdy.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They go play action here, Purdy.
It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes.
Here's a diving catch right side. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Make a big hit.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up. The other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All changed in the blink of an eye. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-8. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. Tries to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On fourth down, here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. A very solid gain of 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete bat. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here?
Purdy will throw for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it again with Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Play action. It's Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Purdy to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Purdy to throw.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
To throw is Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Purdy with one final shot here.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Jackson to throw. Steps away. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your
Football League. Brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders.
Focus, boys. Focus. Play like a team. Come on, guys. Pick it up.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. This taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Matt Milano there to stop him. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go play action here with Daniel. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
They took us to the cleaners.
They took us to the cleaners.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Ready? 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And I that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Here we go. Warrior 70.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Score on these.
3rd down and 9.
Ready?
To the air again is Daniel. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate.
Out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. And even 30 yards.
Ready? Ready?
We'll try the right side with Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Another run here for Robinson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. They'll run with Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain. 1st half in a 7-0 game. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Tighten up defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
From the gun, Dazan. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll try and run here with Cook. And he's going to have enough there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll go play action here with Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, extending that play with his legs, but remaining a passer. He found his running back there on the left side of the flat. He's able to get the ball out of his hands to his back. He's able to pick up a nice game. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This one caught at the 4. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. Now he'll run it. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie...
That is hot. What a throw. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Bills. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
No score zone right here.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball and keep that to a short game.
Allen on third down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning.
And he will score. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Make the play.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks. That's how it's done.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Get on the ice. Trick play, coach.
Ready. Now Daniels. Downfield, McLaurin brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 38 yards.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Washington.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Right here with Robinson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Ben Sinnott was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. To the goal line and in. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
Here we go. Hey, smash.
The tight end Ertz in motion. And here comes Robinson. And he will get the score, cutting the lead down to 13. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Ready? 60 Eagles.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. The pressure too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Get some momentum, hero. Keep the ball moving down the field, Home. Who's on offense? Hey, we have. On the ready.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the right side, and it's Siddick. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That one, taken in. Harry McClure, touchdown Commanders. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Okay, important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2.
Let's go.
Daniels gonna throw again. In trouble, and he's gonna be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning available, yet they'll go with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances, and boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Keep the ball moving. 18.
Here's Daniel. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors,
63 yards.
and the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
takes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Allen going to throw. Shakir holds it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Has his man, it's Shakir. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid from 19 yards away. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Those are the types of runs.
Yo, what's good, fam?
Your running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You know how we do, fam.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Singletary. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Yes, sir, Ski. You know how we do.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right back to Tracy.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing now is Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Allen steps away to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They go right back to Singletary. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants use the short field to get in for 6.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Allen off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Allen. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Allen. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Here's Allen.
Touchdown, Bills.
Dalton Kincaid.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
To throw is Allen.
It's complete, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the first.
GG.
Maybe one of my best.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Lambeau.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Ready?
They will run the draw with Jacobs, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and a yard. Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Play your position.
They'll try the middle with Cook. The 20, down to the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Allen now on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Play fake. Here's Love.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the 1st down.
Love looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Love from the gun. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
Good defense, Bill.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. is Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Half a lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 55 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Love. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On play action. Love to throw. That is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
29 yards.
And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
74 yards.
And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Together, offense. Keep it together. Green Jack. 6 on this stuff.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready.
They go with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the
Cybot, Sector, Serena, Wuxi Academy.
Death is perfection, not chaos. What timeline are you from?
Round 1, fight. Round 2. Fight. New Cybot, Sub-Zero, Serena. Mavado. Tomb of the Dragon Army.
You've come from my future to correct the past.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Serena, Cyrax, Cave Mansion.
I am no god, whatever they are.
Dark duds, dark outlook. Dude, you're a goth.
Round 1. Fight.
Need a stunt double?
Round 2. Fight!
Let's go.
Noob Cybot. Noob Cybot. Serena. Sector. Serena. The Tea House.
My clone attacks me to claim your name and position.
Round 1. Fight. Kang, Ghostface, Serena, Frost, the Fire Temple.
This is gonna be my most epic kill ever.
It is doubtful you can best a god.
Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Finish him. Fatality. Liu Kang wins.
Go away!
Liu Kang. New Silent. Serena. The Fire Temple.
Continue, Bihan, and it will not end well for you.
I have beaten one god. I can beat another.
Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight.
out.
Liu Kang. Serena. Serena. The Chaosium.
If you disapprove of me, why not kill me?
It would be the first step on the path to darkness.
Round 1.